If you're over 60 and your legs feel cold, weak, or numb, stop scrolling right now. Cold legs in seniors are often dismissed as just aging, but that belief is misleading. Cold feet in the elderly are not an automatic part of getting older. Poor blood circulation can begin quietly, long before pain appears. Many seniors experience weak legs with aging and assume nothing can be done. But leg blood flow does not simply shut down because of birthdays. There's a deeper reason circulation problems after 60 start to show up this way. When blood flow to the legs becomes inefficient, the body sends subtle signals first. Cold legs, heavy feet, and low warmth are often early circulation warnings. Most people focus on surface symptoms instead of the circulation system itself. That's why so many approaches fail to improve circulation naturally. They treat cold feet, not poor blood circulation. They treat discomfort, not the internal process controlling leg blood flow. And that misunderstanding keeps seniors stuck believing this decline is normal. What's rarely explained is why the legs are usually the first place affected. Your lower body depends on a precise circulation sequence to stay warm and strong. When that sequence weakens, cold legs appear before anything else. This is not random, and it's not irreversible aging. It's a system issue, not a symptom issue. And once you understand the real error most seniors make here, everything changes, because the next part explains why treating one piece never restores circulation. This is for seniors over 60 who wake up with cold feet almost every morning. You step out of bed and your legs feel heavy, slow, and unresponsive. Sometimes the cold lingers even in warm rooms or mild weather. You may notice your socks don't seem to help like they used to. Walking takes longer and your legs feel weaker as the day goes on. Deep down, you sense your circulation is not what it once was, yet everyone around you says this is simply part of aging. This is also for those who feel a dull heaviness in their legs by afternoon. Standing too long becomes uncomfortable even without obvious pain. Your legs may feel tired faster than the rest of your body. You sit down hoping warmth and strength will return on their own. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and each year the sensation seems to arrive a little earlier. That slow progression is what quietly worries many seniors. You may have already tried isolated solutions to improve circulation naturally. Extra movement, thicker socks, warm baths, or simple lifestyle changes. Some people even focus only on their feet, ignoring the rest of the system. Others are told their blood flow is acceptable for their age, so the discomfort is normalized, not explained. The result is confusion, frustration, and low expectations, because no one shows you how leg blood flow actually works together. For many seniors, the most frustrating part is the lack of clear answers. Appointments feel rushed, and symptoms are treated as minor. Cold legs are brushed off unless severe pain is present. Weak legs with aging are labeled inevitable, and circulation problems after 60 are rarely explained step by step. This leaves people managing pieces instead of understanding the whole, which is exactly where the real mistake begins. The truth is, poor blood circulation is rarely caused by one single factor. It's not just about the feet, the legs, or even the heart alone. Your body relies on a coordinated process to move warmth and oxygen downward. When that process loses efficiency, symptoms show up in stages. Most seniors are never told this. They're given fragmented advice for a connected problem, and that's why results are often disappointing. Once you see circulation as a system instead of isolated parts, perspective shifts. Cold legs stop looking like random discomfort. They start to look like feedback from a process out of balance. This is where most approaches quietly fail. They focus on one area and ignore the chain reaction. And understanding that error is the key to what comes next, because the next topic explains why fragmented solutions never truly work. Cold legs in seniors are rarely random or harmless sensations. They're often the first quiet signal of poor blood circulation.
The body reduces warmth in the legs when blood flow efficiency drops. This change can happen slowly, almost unnoticed at first. Many seniors only recognize it when the cold becomes persistent. By then, the circulation problem has been developing for some time, and because there is no sharp pain, it feels easy to ignore. What makes this situation more concerning is how silent it feels. Poor blood circulation does not always announce itself dramatically. There's no alarm, no sudden injury, no clear moment of onset. Instead, legs feel colder than they used to. Feet take longer to warm up after resting. Movement feels heavier even without obvious weakness. These are subtle signs that something deeper is changing. The absence of pain is what misleads so many people. Pain is usually what pushes action, and here it is missing. So cold legs in seniors are often labeled as discomfort, not warning. The body adapts and the mind rationalizes the sensation. This is just age becomes the easy explanation. Meanwhile, circulation continues to lose efficiency quietly, and the gap between cause and symptom grows wider. Poor blood circulation tends to affect the farthest areas first. Legs and feet are at the end of the circulation pathway. They depend on steady pressure and responsive blood vessels. When that system weakens, warmth is sacrificed first. Not strength, not movement, but temperature. This is why cold feet often appear before anything else. It is the body's earliest compromise. The real danger is not the cold itself, but what it represents. Cold legs are feedback, not the core problem. They're the visible effect of an internal imbalance. Most people react only to what they feel on the surface. They try to warm the legs without restoring the process behind them, and that reaction misses the real issue entirely. Which brings us to the most common mistake seniors are led to make next. For a long time, I believed cold legs after 60 were simply inevitable. It sounded logical, and it's what most people are told to accept. As the body ages, circulation slows, and that's the end of the story. At least, that's how it was explained to me. So I stopped questioning it and focused only on managing discomfort, until something didn't add up anymore. And that curiosity changed how I looked at blood flow entirely.
I started noticing a pattern that didn't fit the aging narrative. Some seniors had cold legs, while others the same age did not. Lifestyle alone didn't fully explain the difference. Movement levels were similar, diets weren't dramatically different, yet leg blood flow varied widely between individuals. That inconsistency suggested a deeper mechanism at work, one that aging alone could not explain. When I looked closer, I saw that blood flow doesn't just slow down, it becomes inefficient in a very specific way. The system responsible for directing blood to the legs loses coordination, not strength, not volume, but timing and responsiveness. This subtle shift is rarely discussed, and because it's misunderstood, most approaches aim at the wrong target. They treat outcomes, not the internal process creating them. That's when it became clear why so many treatments fall short. They focus on a single point instead of the full circulation pathway. Some target the legs directly, others focus only on general circulation support. But blood flow to the lower body depends on a sequence, not a single action. Interrupt one part of that sequence and the whole system underperforms. Fixing one piece never restores the entire flow. Once this became obvious, the idea of inevitability collapsed. Cold legs were no longer a mystery or a fate. They were the result of a system running out of balance, a system most seniors are never taught to understand. And without that understanding, solutions will always feel incomplete. The real question then became where the breakdown actually starts, because that starting point changes everything that follows. And no,
This has nothing to do with exercising more or wearing thicker socks. It's not about drinking extra water or forcing more movement into your day. Those are surface-level adjustments that never address the core issue. They may create temporary comfort, but they don't restore circulation efficiency. That's why so many seniors feel relief one day and cold legs the next. The real shift doesn't come from doing more of what you already tried. It comes from understanding what the body quietly loses after 60. As we age, the body doesn't just change how it moves blood, it changes how it uses certain critical inputs. There is a specific nutrient process that becomes less effective over time, not because the nutrient disappears from food, but because absorption and utilization no longer work the same way. This single change alters how blood flow signals are supported, and most people are never told this part. What's important here is that this isn't about deficiency in the usual sense. It's about efficiency, not absence. The body may receive the nutrient, but fail to activate it properly. When that happens, circulation support weakens gradually. Legs and feet feel it first because they are the most demanding zone. Warmth becomes inconsistent. Strength feels delayed. This is why common approaches feel incomplete. They try to stimulate circulation without restoring the internal trigger. They push the system harder instead of knee-balancing it. But circulation doesn't improve by force. It improves when the right internal signals are available again. That's where everything begins to shift. And that's why this next part matters so much. Because once this missing link is understood, the solution becomes logical. Not complicated, not extreme, and not aggressive. It follows the body's natural sequence instead of fighting it. This is where the idea of a single fix falls apart, and where a structured approach starts to make sense. The next step is seeing circulation as a connected system, and that's exactly what we're going to break down next. Think of your blood vessels like flexible tubes designed to respond instantly. When they are healthy, they expand and contract smoothly. This flexibility allows steady leg blood flow even at rest. Over time, however, that responsiveness begins to fade, not suddenly and not because of age alone, but because the internal circulation signals weaken gradually, and when signals weaken, efficiency drops before volume does. This is where most explanations oversimplify the problem. They blame aging as if it were the direct cause. In reality, aging changes how communication inside the system works. Blood vessels rely on signals to know when to open and relax. When those signals become faint, vessels stiffen by default. Less flexibility means less warmth reaching the legs, and cold becomes the first noticeable outcome. Leg blood flow depends on more than pressure or movement. It depends on timing, responsiveness, and oxygen delivery. When signals are clear, circulation adapts naturally. When signals weaken, the system becomes conservative. Blood is prioritized elsewhere, away from the legs. This is why circulation problems after 60 follow a pattern. The farthest areas feel it first every time. Studies suggest that certain nutrients support healthy circulation signaling, not by forcing blood through the vessels, but by supporting how vessels respond internally. This helps improve circulation naturally, instead of artificially. Better signaling supports oxygen delivery to the legs, and that support becomes more important with age, especially when absorption efficiency begins to change. This explains why isolated solutions rarely work long-term. They focus on stimulation, not communication. They try to push blood flow harder without restoring flexibility. But circulation is not a pump-only system. It's a feedback-driven process, and when feedback weakens, force doesn't fix it, which leads directly to why a phased system is necessary next. This is why a specific circulation supporting element becomes so important after 60, not as a standalone fix, but as part of a structured approach. Its role is to support circulation signaling from the inside out. When that support is present, warmth in the legs becomes more consistent. Blood flow feels smoother, not forced, and the body responds in a more natural, coordinated way. This is where relief begins to make logical sense. Instead of targeting symptoms directly, this approach targets the process. The goal is not to push blood harder through the legs, it's to help the system communicate more efficiently again. When circulation signals improve, vessels respond more appropriately. That response allows better oxygen delivery to the lower body, and over time, the sensation of cold begins to fade, not instantly, but progressively and predictably. This element is not used in isolation. It fits into a broader circulation protocol designed for seniors. Each part of the system has a specific role. One prepares the environment for better response, another supports activation where circulation slows most, and another helps maintain consistency over time. Together, they form a complete sequence, not a shortcut.
What matters most is who this approach is designed for. It's for adults over 60 who notice cold legs and weak circulation, for those who feel heaviness without sharp pain, for people who want to support blood flow naturally, and who understand that systems work better than single actions. This is not about quick fixes or extreme routines. It's about alignment with how the body actually works now. Once this framework is clear, the next question becomes application. How this system fits into daily life matters just as much as the idea itself, because complexity is what causes most people to quit early. The real strength of this protocol is its simplicity. No drastic changes, no aggressive steps, just a clear sequence that supports circulation consistently, and that's exactly what needs to be explained next. This circulation protocol was designed specifically for adults over 60. It takes into account how the body changes with age, not just in strength or movement, but in absorption efficiency. Seniors do not process nutrients the same way they once did. That single fact is often overlooked, yet it explains why many generic approaches fall short and why results feel inconsistent. Instead of adding more inputs, the focus is on usability. How well the body can actually respond matters more than quantity. That's why each phase of the protocol is intentional. Nothing is included by accident. Each element supports the next in sequence. This creates a smoother internal response, rather than overwhelming a system that has slowed down. The process emphasizes gentle support over stimulation. Aggressive strategies tend to backfire in older adults. They stress the system instead of assisting it. Here, the goal is cooperation, not pressure. Supporting circulation means working with natural rhythms, not forcing changes the body resists. This approach respects that balance. Careful selection also means avoiding unnecessary complexity. Too many variables create confusion and inconsistency. Simplicity increases follow-through, and follow-through is what creates observable patterns over time. This is where many seniors notice gradual improvements, not overnight changes, but steady progress, which is exactly what a sustainable system should deliver. Once authority is understood, trust begins to build, not from bold claims, but from logic that holds together. When each phase has a reason, compliance becomes easier, and when the process feels realistic, people stay consistent. That consistency is where results begin to show. The final piece is understanding how others experience this process, and that's what comes next. As this circulation protocol was applied, clear patterns began to emerge. Many seniors reported their feet feeling warmer more consistently, not sudden heat, but a return of normal warmth. Cold feet in the elderly became less frequent over time. The sensation of heaviness in the legs started to ease. Walking felt more comfortable, especially in the mornings, and standing no longer felt as tiring as before. Others noticed changes in how their legs felt throughout the day. Instead of worsening as hours passed, discomfort stayed more stable. Weak legs associated with aging felt less pronounced. Movement required less effort than it used to. Some described their legs as feeling lighter, not stronger overnight, but more responsive. That difference alone changed how active they felt. What's important is that these experiences were not identical. Results varied based on consistency and individual differences. Some noticed warmth first, others noticed comfort during walking. A few mentioned less need to constantly sit down. These are not dramatic claims, they are practical, everyday observations. These reports followed a similar timeline: gradual change, not instant transformation. Comfort improved before strength, warmth returned before endurance. This sequence makes sense when the system is supported correctly. It reflects internal balance, not forced stimulation, and that pattern repeated across many experiences. What made these observations meaningful was their consistency. Different people, similar feedback. No single dramatic result, but steady improvement. This is what happens when a system is supported rather than stressed. Cold legs stop dominating attention, movement feels less limiting, and daily life becomes easier to manage. At this point, most people ask the same question: is this approach right for everyone? And just as important, who should not use it? Because a system only works when expectations are clear, and understanding who this protocol is designed for matters. That clarity is the final step before moving forward. If you are over 60 and tired of cold, weak legs, this is your next step. Not another guess, not another isolated tip, but a clear direction based on how circulation actually works. You've seen why treating symptoms alone fails, and you now understand this is about supporting a system. The only thing left is taking action on that understanding. The next step is simple and clearly laid out for you. Click the link in the first pinned comment below this video. There you'll find the supplements that support healthy circulation. They are presented as part of a structured approach, not a quick fix, not a promise of miracles, just a logical way to support your body naturally. If this information helped you see cold legs differently, engage with it. Like this video so others can find it too. Leave a comment saying "circulation" to show you're paying attention. These small actions help spread accurate information to other seniors, and they tell the platform this topic matters, which helps more people avoid the same confusion and get clearer answers instead. Make sure you follow the channel for future videos. We focus on practical, age-appropriate health education. No hype, no pressure, just explanations that make sense for seniors. Each video builds on the last, and missing one can mean missing an important piece. The decision itself doesn't need to be rushed, but it does need to be intentional. Understanding without action changes nothing, and action without understanding leads to frustration. You now have the logic in front of you. The next phase is applying it correctly, and that's where real change begins.